Hello friends. Now let us take up OFG-9. This is the ninth program in our OCAJP Feel Good web series. Initializing instance variables directly. Actually, just to recall the purpose of task of previous programs. Without initializing instance variables, we cannot get any result. So first all instance variables should be initialized. Thereafter we can perform operations on them. By that we get the result. That already learned. Now, how many ways so far? The previous 8 program, how many ways we initialize instance variables? First, without defining constructor, set data method we define. Using set data method, we initialize instance variables. Thereafter, we learned to define constructor. Instead of set data method, we define constructor. That is also like set data method only, but Java provides a standard initialization method, constructor. The specialty of that is no return type and no return statement, and class name and constructor name in which the constructor is defined should be the same, including spelling, case, etc. and all that. So second type is using constructor, we initialize instance variable and perform operations. Third one is system defined default constructor. Actually, user, because of his own reasons, does not define his constructor. System, Java system provides an individual constructor. You cannot see that, but it performs an action that it initializes all the instance variables with the default value depending on the type. Suppose instance variable is string, it initializes with null. If it is a character, null character means nothing. If it is an integer value, means a byte, short, int and long, it initializes with 0. If it is a float or double, it initializes with 0.0. Already all these points we learned. That means by 3 ways we are able to initialize instance variables. Now fourth type I am showing to you. Whether you use it or not, I don't know. But only thing is how many approaches are there. All that you must learn. Otherwise, if you do not know this, somewhere some question may be given, or somebody asks you something, then you feel like it is Greek and Latin. That's why whatever possible alternatives are there, this is my duty to explain about that practically. So for each and everything, each and every concept or point, I am giving you one program, one demo, and this is the spirit. If you study like this, only hands-on. Otherwise, you cannot remember that. Otherwise, you feel that you know. Whenever you want to work out, all doubts will come. That's why every point I am showing to you. After completing this program on your own, write notes. Maximum 2-3 points are there. Just all that you write. Now, same book class I have taken, and I didn't define constructor because I want to initialize instance variable directly. So a demo book I made. How I initialize? This is a blueprint class. Now implementation class is what I did. One object T1 I created. And constructor I didn't give any values. That constructor is not there. If I stop with that, if all the instance variables are filled with or initialized with default values like null literal 0 and 0.2. But what I am doing, 3 instance variable directly I am initializing. T1 dot title. How you represent that? First one, T1 dot title. Now from the beginning, one term repeatedly, one phrase repeatedly I am using. What is that? Object oriented. Object oriented means, here see, this is a variable. Object oriented. Without object it has no meaning. Suppose name is there. Name we have written. Then immediately you ask, whose name? Age. Whose age? Price. Which price? Like that, here see, T1's title. Second one is T1 num pages. Num pages. Next, T1 price. What does it mean? Object oriented or object linked or based on object, that you have to understand. Here, if you don't write object, it is meaningless, it is abstract. So now we are initializing directly. Of course, rarely we do that. Suppose somewhere only one variable you have to initialize. Then why should you define constructor? You can do like this, but I don't encourage it. But you must know all possible alternatives. Now T1 dot title, see all clear. T1 dot number 1000. T1 dot price 690.0F. Don't forget, otherwise leads to error. Okay. Now, however, those are initialized. Once those are initialized, and book demo method never bother. How you have a chef? How you bring articles and all that immaterial for him? What is the job of chef? Chef prepares food. Okay, so here you may bring articles in different ways. You may go and get it, or otherwise you may place an order. Like that, many ways are there. But once all provisions are available, chef prepares food. Here, a demo book is there. Demo book method, whenever all instance variables are initialized, immediately those values it takes and print. As a result of that, you got the output in a format.